you need to be. I stand here to tell somebody today that I love the Lord. I truly do. But I'm going to let y'all know something, okay? I knew my mother before I knew the Lord. I knew my mother before I loved the Lord. Somebody got to hear what I'm saying today. When I come to terms with everything in my life, I realized before I knew God, my mother was there for me. I don't say that to just be saying it. I make that statement because I've come to terms with what a mother's love is about. I've come to terms with what it was in my life. I've come to realize that even if you've only had the opportunity to spend a short time with your mother before she was taken from here, her love for that time, this is what I'm saying, her love for that time had to have been miraculous. How you know that, preacher? I know because I know. I know because I express. I lived that. I lost my mother now at 9 years old. But I tell you what, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, somebody going to relate to this. Listen to what I'm saying. When I want to think of my mother, listen, my mother used to make crackling cornbread. Y'all know what that is? So when I want to truly think of my mother, I close my eyes and I can smell the bread. I can smell it. And I know, listen to what I'm saying. I know that my house was filled with the aroma of my mother's love. Oh yeah. Somebody knows what I'm talking about today. Listen, there's something, if you think about it, there's something your mother used to do. There's something your mother used to make that you can just close your eyes and you can see it, you can feel it, or you can smell it. Listen, when you've been loved by a true mother, I've come to realize that's what gives you opportunity in life. That's what motivates you in life. That's what keeps you moving in life. Yeah. God is with you, and He will never leave you. But I'm here to tell somebody that your mother's walking right beside you. Your mother right there with you. She loves you, even when you don't love yourself. Loves you all the way. A mother's love can be a driving force. And when I sit down and I think about it, I come to realize in my mind that only God can create a mother. What are you talking about, preacher? Think about mothers and what they got to go through in this life. Think about children. And look, I ain't talking about your children. I'm talking about your neighbor's children. Think about what you know their mother must be going through. Somebody got to hear what I'm saying today. I'm talking about your neighbor's children. A mother's love is a driving force in this life. Has anybody ever heard these words? Look, somebody know what I'm talking about. Listen. This gonna hurt me more than it hurt you. Yeah. I'm talking about a mother's love. I don't get that. I don't understand that. When my mother used to say that to me, I used to think the woman was crazy. I mean, how it's gonna hurt you more than it hurt me? How can it possibly hurt you more than? Look. I can remember when I was at church. I can remember. I'd be sitting over there, and my mother be sitting over there, and I'd do something crazy, and my mother would look at me in such a way, and she ain't gotta say it. She could look at me, and then what's gonna come out of her eyes? Just wait till I get you home. Yeah. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Somebody knows what I'm talking about in the house today. My mother wasn't like my grandmother though. My grandmother, she didn't look at you. My grandmother would throw a shoe from the other side of the church. Hit you in your head with the shoe. From the other side, president of the missionaries, dressed in white, throw that white shoe at you. And she ain't had no... Somebody know what I'm talking about in the house today. I didn't come from a two-family home. I really didn't. So for the first 9 years of my life, my mother was the center of my life, the center of my home. Just like the aroma that used to come through the house. I can remember it. I remember it clear, and I remember it. And when I close my eyes, I can smell it. And you know what she used to do? Look at here. Look, y'all know what I'm talking about. There's certain things that your mother would give you with certain stuff. So I didn't understand it because at first I didn't like it. Because she would make crackling cornbread smell so good. But they give me some buttermilk to eat with it. What is that about? But let me tell you something, okay? You get you some crack and cornbread and get you some buttermilk with that. Boy, you don't need nothing else. You go all day long. Good to go. Yeah, I'm talking about a mother's love one today. Yeah. In many cases, not all cases, the father is the one who is the disciplinarian and the breadwinner. Yeah, sometimes that's just the way it is, but most of us can truly say that it was our mother who was the wind beneath our wings. Yeah. Somebody hear me today? Yeah. My mother was the wiper of your daily tears. Yeah. Your mother was, look, y'all remember this? I don't know how it works so well. I really don't. But if you got a bruise or something, your mother would kiss it. And it'd be better. Somebody help me understand that. I'm talking about a mother's love today. Anybody in the house today who had a mother that was a mother to other mothers? That was a mother to all the schoolmates you had? Was a mother to all the children in the neighborhood? Mother to all the youth that was around? Mother to everybody that was in the church? That's what a mother's love. I'm talking about a mother's love on today. Okay, let's get back. We got to talk about the scriptures on too now, okay? Y'all, I was going someplace. I'm going someplace with that. In the first 2 chapters of the book of Exodus, what we learned, that's why I said I started this with y'all. Need to go back and read this. In the first 2 chapters of Exodus, we learned about the importance of mothering. The mothering issue may be thought of as just a part of the liberation story that was going on. That was the liberation story, this great saga that was happening within the Israelite families. This is the saga that was going on. But there is a story behind the story. And that story is about mothering, about being a mother. Look, I know that sometimes in this life we don't necessarily understand all of the dynamics of being a mother. There have been many books written about being a mother. Am I right about that? But I'm trying to figure out why ain't nobody got it right yet. Because you can read all the books you want. All you need is that one child that defies everything in the book. Defy everything that the book says. Look, today's text makes it clear that anyone who examines it, look, if you read those first 2 chapters, you realize that if it had not been for the mothers, there is no story. There is no story there without the mothers in it. You take the mothers out and you don't have a story. There'd be no liberation of the children of Israel. And for that matter, look, if you read the story and you take out the mothers, then there's no Moses. There's no child to put in the basket. Mother, you had to have mom there for that to happen. If we take a hard look at the first 2 chapters of Exodus, we'll clearly see that there was, look, I thought this was Hillary Clinton until I first read this. When I read it, I realized where she got it from. Because if you read the first 2 chapters, you realize that it takes an entire village of women, mothering women, midwives, birth mothers, sisters, and other mothers to create the greatest liberation movement known to man. I'm talking about mothers on today. We learn from the text. We learn from the text that if it not for women, you see, women came up with rebellion. Anybody know?